So let's talk some stages. One of the most overlooked parts of the Injustice series is probably its stages. And I have to be honest, it's probably my second favorite part of the hype. Hoping and guessing which stages may be added, I know are not as exciting as the characters, but I think this is definitely up there. DC has a gigantic world and plenty of places for us to beat each other up in. I'm not going to worry too much about the story or plot, I'm just going to name some places I would love to see, so let's get into it. There are 3 places that need to be in the game. We're going to start with Gotham City. It's almost required. In Gods Among Us, you're believed to be on top of the GCPD, and in Injustice 2, you're at the Empire Theater. In Injustice 3, I would love them to add or make the full stage the Iceberg Lounge. I'm a huge Penguin fan, and having a transition from either being hit to the top of the roof or an alley or into the kitchen, it could be very creative and fun. Also, I love the idea of just seeing penguins walking around for whatever reason. Arkham Asylum is another one of those stages that are just gonna be in the game. We all know it. The first Arkham game, they had a lot of fun little transitions. And this one, to be honest, Arkham Asylum was kind of uninspired. So in this one, I would like them to just give us some of the Bat Rogue Gallery and let's have some fun. You start off in Mr. Freeze's area, then you go to Poison Ivy's area, or Firefly, or Man-Bat, or I don't know, there's a million different Bat villains. Pick any of them, make it specific to them. I think everyone would like that. And lastly is Metropolis. It needs to be in the game. In Injustice 1 and Gods Among Us, Metropolis was essentially a rebuilding stage, right? In Injustice 2, it looks really cool. They even add in the Ace of Spades, which is a nice little Easter egg. But what I want to see is I want to go to Cadmus. Cadmus is notorious for being dug deep down in Metropolis. This is a great way for us to see Easter eggs with Double X or even Guardian. Now that we got the ones that are required out of the way, let's get into some brainstorming, some new places. The first one I want to see more than anything would be Titan's Tower. It's no secret that I'm a big Titans fan. I would love to see the chaotic nature of their living arrangements. Pizza, popcorn, soda cans everywhere. I think it would be hilarious if Mortal Kombat is playing in the background. I don't know, a little NetherRealm Easter egg. I would even love it more if they did the uppercut toasty thing too. Oh, that would be a dream come true. Sticking with fun ideas, let's go with the Oblivion Bar. This would be a great way to feature some of the more goofy and mystical part of the DC world. I can imagine seeing Enchantress or Nightmaster making an appearance. I can literally see them right now just arguing with each other over something and then Enchantress just shooting a spell at them. Also, it would be similar to the Ace of Spades in Injustice 2. Throwing a patron will always be hilarious. We didn't get any Green Lantern stages in Injustice 2, so let's go to Oa. This is pretty straightforward. The Green Lantern Corps' home base could have tons of creativity. Being able to knock someone into the gigantic power battery just sounds epic. Also, seeing the Guardians floating around being all snooty would be entertaining as well. Fawcett City would be another blank slate for any creator. I'm a big fan of the Marvel family. I know Billy is dead in the main series, but this doesn't stop me from loving that whole franchise. Having Talking Tawny or Mary Marvel or Junior would be a great little touch to throw in any of the background. If you really want to go to town, put in the carnival from the movie. Everyone would eat that shit up like crazy. This one's kind of out there, but let's use or go to the Speed Force. Using the Speed Force, go literally anywhere in time. Yes, please. My initial thought was to head back to do anything related to the Justice Society of America. If I can see Jay Garrick, Alan Scott, or the Sandman, I'm 100% in. With over 80 years of DC Comics to work with, there's plenty of ideas. But the one in particular comes from my pal Larry, who gave me this idea. Let's go back into the story arc back in the 1940s, where Hugo Strange was setting mutants loose in his lab. Has crazy potential for Easter eggs, and it would also, I want to see more of Hugo Strange. Why not? Mongul has never really been one of my favorite villains, but his war world is quite terrifying. Talking about weird Easter eggs, the war world could be nothing but Easter eggs, and it could be a prison with literally any type of alien species just scattered amongst the place. I have this image of Lobo, Black Beetle, and a few Krotolans just imprisoned in there. A little nod there to the Young Justice series. The League of Shadows was one of the main antagonists of the Injustice 2 comics. Between Raj, Damian, Talia, and the new daughter of the Bat, it makes more sense than we think. Between the Tibetan architecture and the chance to fight by the Lazarus Pit, this would be a dream come true. And lastly, instead of the Batcave, let's do the Arrow Cave, or the Quiver. cleverly named by Harley Quinn in the actual comics. I think it would be a good change of pace between Artemis, Arrowette, Arsenal, Green Arrow, Diggle, Shadow, Black Canary. The Arrow family is bigger than we think. I was a huge fan of the Arrow series, and I think many others would love to see this as well. So those are my picks for the next stages for Injustice 3. Let me know what you guys think. What other ideas would you like to see? As always, I'm always interested. For those who don't know, I stream on Twitch pretty much every Sunday, sometimes more, but always guaranteed on a Sunday. I'm playing Injustice 2 almost exclusively right now, so come and hang out. All my social links are in the description below. If you like the video today, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. And, well, I'm Phil, and of course, I'll talk to you guys soon.